What's up, pranksters? Welcome back. And Happy New Year, Happy 2018. I'm super excited about this year because we're gonna make it a great year. We are gonna pick up where we left off. So more pranks, more hacks coming your way. 2018 will also be my 10th year making videos, so a lot will happen this year, including a possible face reveal. We'll see though. But today is New Year's Day, and not only am I celebrating my birthday, I'm also counting down my top 10 favorite hacks of 2017. So let's get to it, pranksters. First, let's make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel with the bell notifications turned on. Hit that thumbs up button and check it out. I'd say that in 2017, I focused more on pranks than hacks, but we did manage to get a lot of them, especially for school. Let's say you want to staple a stack of papers together, but guess what? You ran out of staples. Yep, I'm all out. Well, here's a cool way that you guys can attach the papers together without the use of any tape or staples. And this hack I showed you guys on my other channel, Cinex TV. So basically, guys, what you guys are gonna need is a thumbtack, like this one right here. And first, you're gonna stack up your papers together. You're gonna grab your thumbtack and you're gonna pierce through the corner like this. And as you can see, it went through. Now, if you're strong enough, you guys can push down on the table and it'll bend the thumbtack. Just like this. And as you can see, the back bent. And now my papers won't come loose and they'll stay attached, as you can see. And I can even turn the pages. It's an awesome little hack that you guys can do with a thumbtack. Up next, we're gonna be using this ruler to help us out during our hard test. Now, to create our notes, you're gonna have to get a blank piece of paper, and what we're gonna do is, we're gonna make our notes the same width as the ruler. Look at all that space we're gonna have to put our notes on. So I'm gonna make this cutout really quickly. It's super thin, but you guys will be able to put in a lot of info on this strip of paper. Just as an example, of course, you guys will be putting your notes on here, such as math formulas or other stuff that you need for your class. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna tape it onto our ruler, just like that. Perfect, guys, look at that. We have our note stick. I guess you guys could call it that, a note stick. Now, the way we're gonna sneak this into class is we're gonna need to use our table for that. So if you have one of these desks, it could work. And if you have one of these, it also works. So in the bottom of our desk, we're gonna be creating a pocket with the rest of the sheet of paper that we just used for our cutout. So we're gonna put this underneath our desk to make a pocket, and of course, again, we'll be using some tape. Of course, I'm using like the wrong table for this, but it still works on here. So for your school desks, it'll work perfectly. Now, as you guys can see, I've taped a piece of paper underneath the desk or table, just like this. It'll slide in. Alright guys, so now it's time to take the test. And as you guys can see, the note stick sticks out just a little bit, but it's not noticeable from a higher angle. Alright, well, it's test time, guys. There's a test. It's really hard and you have to pass it. So you're doing your test and you come across this math question, this really hard one that you need the formula for, and you don't remember it. So you're gonna resort to your notes for help. So you're gonna do this. Reach down under your desk and pull it out. Just like that. Then if you think your teacher sees you, just slide it back in. Nobody will suspect a thing. I think that fidget spinners were my greatest ally in 2017. I used them in a lot of videos. Next, we're gonna make a fidget spinner toothbrush holder. So what we'll need for this hack is 2 fidget spinners. Now, one of these fidget spinners, we're gonna remove all the bearings, except for the center one. So Let's pop them all out. So you pretty much stripped away everything except for that center bearing. Okay, and now we're gonna move on to the next spinner, which we're only gonna remove one of the caps. What I have here is a straw. This is a plastic straw. And I like this part right here because it's gonna help us out with this hack. So this end, we're gonna hot glue to the center bearing and then glue the straw on like this. I'm actually gonna put some more around the edges just so that it stays put and it doesn't move around too much. We're gonna let that dry, and in the meantime, we're gonna work on this other fidget spinner. Now, depending on your toothbrush and how big it is, you guys can actually hang your toothbrush on one of the rings on the spinner like this. But since this one is too big, we're gonna have to make it smaller, and what I'm gonna do for that is just wrap some clear tape around it. All right, so I'm done putting the tape on there on each one of the sides, and perfect timing too because the straw has already dried up and it's attached pretty well to this fidget spinner right here. So up next, we're gonna put this spinner on top of the straw like this. Ooh, look at that. Now it's able to spin, but that's not what we need it for though. This is where we're gonna hang our toothbrushes. So we're gonna put each toothbrush through its hole. You can put this in your bathroom. Pretty cool idea, huh? We're gonna need a glue stick as well as a pen. Now this is a jumbo glue stick. Honestly, we don't really need the whole glue stick, we just need the cap. So we're gonna take our pen and we're gonna begin to pull it apart. So take it out, take out the ink, which is all we need. Now you're gonna need a pair of scissors because you're gonna pierce a hole on the middle of the cap. What we're trying to do here, guys, is we're gonna make a little top that spins. So make sure to make the hole large enough so that you can slide in the ink all the way up, just like this. So it popped in. So you feed it through from the bottom to the top, and that's it, guys. Look at that. We have ourselves a little top that we can spin. I've actually pushed it up a bit more, and now let's see that in action. So it's up to you as far as how much you want it to spin. So you can do it lightly like that, or you could do it fast and hard. Okay, so you guys can try and spin it as much as you guys can, or, you know, as I'm looking at this, I feel like we can modify it a bit. So let's see what we can do about it. So now we're gonna make things a bit more interesting by using a fidget spinner on top of this top that we just created. So we're gonna pop out the caps on the spinner. It should look like this. We're gonna slide the body of the pen through the center bearing on the fidget spinner, just like this. Then we're gonna slide the top that we created inside the body of the pen like this. Ooh, this looks interesting, huh? Do you guys think it's gonna work or not? Do you think it'll spin more? Do you think it'll be better? Let's find out. You know, I'm not that impressed, but you guys can modify this any way you guys can. It's not that bad. I mean, pretty cool. It's a good way to use a fidget spinner. This next hack is for the older kids, the ones that are required to have a badge or an ID shown at all times. Well, this is my badge, this is my ID with my picture, my name. So we're gonna be using our badge to be able to use our phone in class. So right now I'm gonna create a badge holder big enough for my badge and my phone. Now my badge is big enough to be able to cover my phone completely. So if yours isn't, try to put a black background over it so you guys can enlarge your badge. And I'm gonna have to sacrifice this binder right here. So I'm gonna try to cut out a big piece of this plastic so that I'm able to use it as a badge holder. All right, awesome. Now I'm gonna put my badge inside with my phone, and I'm gonna fold it just to get the right size, because the rest I'm just gonna trim off and make it look as legit as possible. Now we're gonna use some clear tape to attach both edges together. Our little badge holder is complete. It's clear. Now we're gonna put our badge inside, and it should fit fairly snug with our phone behind it like this. Now can you see my phone? Nope. But if you turn it around, there it is. As you guys can see right here, we can punch a couple of holes to be able to hang it with our lanyard or some rope, which I'm gonna use for this example. I'm gonna run the piece of rope through the little holes I just made. Doesn't it look exactly like me? So people won't be suspicious. I'm just gonna put it on. Look at that, my badge is right here. Behind is my phone. So I could be actually using my phone like this. So look at that, I'm checking out my Instagram because it's an emergency. I need to reply to comments. So I'll be using an Instagram, and then this will be my teacher's view. So if he or she's around, I'll just do this. Look at that. When they're not around, I'll just pick it up again and start using it. This is my view and this is my teacher's view. That is awesome. So for our first hack, we're gonna be using a fidget spinner, a big eraser like this one, and 4 thumbtacks like these. You guys can get these from the cork board. Now the first thing we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna take apart this fidget spinner. So we're gonna remove the caps because we're gonna pop out the bearings. So let's do that right now. You know why, guys? Because these are gonna be little wheels that we're gonna use to make a little cart. So we're gonna attach the wheels on with the thumbtacks. We're gonna put them through like this, and we're gonna attach them to the side of this eraser. So we got one down. Let's repeat that process with all the other bearings. Now we got 2. Let's see, let's put the other ones on there. Now the center bearing will look kind of weird, but that's okay, guys. It doesn't have to be that perfect. Look what we have here, a little cart. Now I'm gonna take a push pin and place it on the middle. This will be our little driver. And now we can pick it up and move it around. Now let's see this little car in action. So I took 2 binders and made a little ramp for our car right here, which we're gonna load up on top and let him loose. Whoa, he got far. Let's see that again from a different angle. Let's see how far he really gets. Uh-oh. Oh, they both fell. Oh, they fell off the table, and neither one made it. Alright, pranksters, well, this is for those of you that write a lot during class, have to take notes for long periods of time. Of course, your fingers are going to start hurting, and for that you need a pencil cushion like this one. But for those of you that may not have one available, you can make your own using some erasers like these. Now these are eraser caps, and you're going to need about 3 or 4. I'm going to use 4, and you can get creative and get a few different colors. Whoops, fail. So I'm going to get pink, blue, green, and some yellow. So I'm gonna use these 4 for the pencil grip that I'm about to make. So basically, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the eraser caps in half like this, and we're only gonna need the cylinder part. The rest we can dispose of or use for later. So we're gonna do that to every single one of these eraser caps. This is very, very easy. Okay, now I got all my 4 cylinders that I need, and basically what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna slide the pencil through them like this. Perfect. Look at that. You have yourself a pencil grip. These are very comfortable, guys, because it's more of a cushion instead of the hard surface that the pencil has. So you just created your own pencil grip. Pretty neat, huh? Now, it's no secret to a lot of you guys that I'm Mexican, right? And in Mexico, we got this really cool game where we have a ball attached to a cup through a string. So we're gonna do something similar so you guys can make your own using school supplies. So basically what I have here is a glue stick. Now we're gonna open it up. It works best if your glue stick is already empty, but if it's not, you're gonna have to take out the glue stick because we don't need it for this little toy that we're about to make. So we're gonna set this aside because we don't need it. You can save it or throw it away. Next, guys, we're gonna take some string about 1 foot long, depending on your preference. We're gonna cut a piece. One end we're gonna tie to a push pin like this. You're gonna take this push pin and you're gonna jam it inside an eraser cap like this. So push it all the way in so it attaches. All right, now the other end we're gonna tape to the glue stick container. If you guys don't have any string, you guys can use rubber bands or anything you might have available. But this is basically our game right here. It's pretty fun. The purpose of this game is to get the eraser inside the glue stick. So let's put that into action right now. Like I said, you're gonna try to swing it and try to make the eraser cap land inside the glue stick like this. Depending on the length of the string, it will determine how hard it'll be. So challenge yourselves, guys. You can shorten the string or make it longer, but this is really fun. Oh, almost had it there. Ooh, got it. Look at that. See, it's challenging, but it's really, really fun. Now this is when you get bored in class or you already finished your work ahead of everybody else and you're just trying to kill time. Well, your teacher can't get mad for your creativity, right? Ooh, got it. So the way you store this away, guys, is you put the eraser in with the string inside as well. And then you're just gonna put the cap on and put it inside your desk. Now when you need it and you get bored again, you just take it out. Start playing with it again. This is really challenging, but you can definitely get it in. So basically, guys, if you have a glue stick, string, a push pin, and an eraser cap, you're good to go. This one was my favorite way to cheat on a test. Usually when your teacher tells you that it's test time and it's time to clear up your desk and have nothing on top, sometimes they allow you to have a water bottle. And so if that's the case with your teacher and you're allowed to have a water bottle during a test, then that is perfect because this is a genius idea to sneak your notes into class during a test. And to pull this off, you're gonna need 2 water bottles. Well, actually not 2 water bottles, but you will need the wrapper of another water bottle. So you might wanna peel that off. That's all you're gonna need. So let's begin prepping this wrapper. I'm gonna lay this down on the table and you'll encounter this issue, so this is how you're gonna solve it. If you touch both ends, they're sticky because of the residue from the adhesive. So we wanna get rid of that, and the best way to do so is to counter it with some tape. So get some clear tape and just tape over the sticky residue that's there. See, now it's not sticky anymore. So I'm gonna do the same to the other side. Perfect. Now it's not sticky anymore. Okay guys, the next step here is to create a cheat note. So I'm gonna grab this sheet of paper. Now this cheat note strip has to be smaller than the wrapper. So I'm just gonna cut a thin one, not a really thick one, but a thin one. That will do. And of course, on it, we're gonna write down our info that we need. So we're gonna name this again, cheat notes, and put all your math stuff, spelling, and science info that you need for your test. So here's our cheat note strip. We're gonna wrap it around our water bottle. So get some tape, attach it on, and you have your cheat notes on top. This is pretty simple. You guys can do this under a couple of minutes. All you need is school supplies like tape, paper, pencils, and a water bottle. Now we're almost done, but as you guys can see, this looks suspicious, especially if your teacher's walking around. So that's why we got this other wrapper right here. This wrapper is no longer sticky, and we are gonna wrap it around our cheat note. All right, so we're gonna cover our cheat note with the wrapper. Now we're gonna join them together, and of course we'll be using some clear tape as well. Now this is the key part right here. When you do join these two sides together, make sure it's not too tight. Make sure it's loose, but not loose enough that the wrapper will fall down. That is perfect, guys. See, it looks like a regular water bottle. Nothing fishy about it, nothing suspicious. You can definitely have this in class. And then when you get stuck on a question like we always do, this is what we're gonna do. We can either pull this down like this or pull it up. Either direction, guys, you'll be able to see your notes during your test. See? It slides up and down. So you're taking your test, your teacher is nearby, she might see you, so all you do is simply just like this. And now you can easily pass any test. The number one hack in 2017 had to include a fidget spinner and a phone. And for this next hack, that's what I did. I included both of them. So my favorite hack for 2017 is how to sneak your phone into class using a fidget spinner. Alright pranksters, well here are the items you guys are gonna need. A fidget spinner, your phone of course, you're also gonna need some tape, some glue, but in this case I'm gonna use some hot glue because I can't find my tube of super glue. And the last thing you guys are gonna need is a bottle cap. So let's begin by popping off one of the caps. Only one, guys, like this. Alright, we're gonna set our fidget spinner aside and we're gonna work on this cap. So basically guys, at this point, we're gonna attach this cap onto the bottle cap like this. So apply some glue on it and make sure it's centered perfectly. So now that I put some hot glue on the center of this bottle cap, I'm just gonna attach the fidget spinner cap like this. I'm gonna let this dry and continue working on this. I totally forgot to mention at the start of this video that you're gonna need a phone case. This is a normal looking iPhone case. As you guys can see, it pops in. Well, first thing we're gonna do, guys, is put some tape over the camera opening right here. So we're pretty much gonna block it off. Just like this. And then we're gonna do the same to the inside. This of course is optional, but it gives you room to apply more glue on it, so why not, right? Just do what I'm doing, guys, and you'll be fine. Once you have tape on both sides, guys, now we can glue this phone case onto this fidget spinner. So again, I'm gonna use some hot glue and apply some on two of these sides right here, because this is how we're gonna stick it on, guys. We're gonna leave just a little gap in between the phone case and the fidget spinner cap. Like this. So if you guys can see through the opening on the corner of the iPhone case, I'll definitely have enough room to glue this on. So let's get started. I'm gonna take my trusty hot glue gun and start applying some of this glue on the bearings like this. At this point, it's time to glue the case onto the fidget spinner. So press down on it and make sure it sticks pretty well. This is what the phone case looks like. Now guys, you're gonna take your phone and you're gonna place it where it goes. So pop it in there like this, just as you normally would. And that's it. So these are the things you're gonna come into class with. You gotta go in extra early to set this up. Now let's go find a desk so I can show you guys how to put all of these things together so you guys can use your phone during class. Now let's pretend we're in the classroom and I'm gonna use this desk behind me as an example. I'm gonna be carrying my tape and my glue because that's all we're gonna need. So as you guys can see above me is the bottom of the desk. Well, we're gonna take our tape and line up a couple of strips because that's where we're gonna stick our fidget spinner phone holder. Now these strips of tape are gonna go right on the edge of the table or desk. So just like this. This one will be next to it. So about right here. This will do. All right, perfect guys. Now we do this to protect the desk because we don't want to damage school property. That way you avoid getting into trouble if you happen to get caught. But that's not what we're going for. We don't want to get caught. Next up, we're gonna attach the bottle cap, which has a fidget spinner cap also attached to it, onto the bottom of this desk using some glue. So basically guys, you're gonna apply some glue on the edges of this bottle cap and then you're just gonna stick it on there. Make sure it's close to the edge, that way you have access to your phone easily. And here's the bottle cap guys. It's already attached underneath the desk and I made sure I used plenty of glue so it's super strong and it sticks on there pretty well. Let's find out how effective this hack really is. Let's see if it'll work during class. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna connect the fidget spinner cap onto the fidget spinner. This is gonna be quite easy guys. Just pop it in and it should stay put. As you guys can see, I got my phone out, but let's say the teacher's coming over or the class snitch is approaching my desk. All I gotta do guys is just turn it like this and they will no longer be able to see my phone. Now once they leave and I feel safe to be using my phone, all I gotta do is turn it again And there you go. My phone is at my disposal. And if I don't want to use it, I'll just put it away like this. Simple as that, pranksters. It's a very awesome hack. You guys will be able to use your phone in class. You won't get caught because obviously it's underneath the desk and it's hard for anybody to spot it. Now we're at eye level. You guys can see my phone. I'm actually playing a game. That's pretty much it, guys. Look at that. Fidget spinner, phone case. They work great together and they enable you to use your phone during class. Look at that. So now I'm using the fidget spinner and my phone at the same time. I wonder how many of you guys are gonna try this out. Pretty cool, huh? And that's it, pranksters. Those were my top 10 favorite hacks of 2017. I'm hoping to bring you lots more original life hacks in 2018. So if you're not subscribed yet, guys, please do so right now. And for those of you who are already subscribed, you guys are freaking awesome. Alright, pranksters, before I end this video, I wanted to let you guys know that in my next video, I will be counting down my top 10 favorite pranks of 2017. So please have your notifications turned on if they're not on yet, so you don't miss out, of course. Thank you, pranksters, so much for the amazing support. I'll see you guys in my next video. You're also gonna need something that they really love. So right here, I have a video game. Then I'm gonna smoosh it in. Ugh, nasty. So I'm gonna put more eggs inside. Just throw them in there. Kool-Aid. I got my rice ready right here. I'm gonna fill it up.